How you doing? That's a guy from Pittsburgh. I got people asking me what I'm going to say on Bellgab, what I'm going to be allowed to be said, what questions they can ask me and what they can't. Well, first of all, one thing, Kathy is not going to be there. She had to go to the doctor in San Francisco at 8:45 in the morning. It took her 3 hours to get over there. She had to go to the Social Security yesterday and take me to the DMV and Social Security today. So she's worn out. So she will not be there, and she's working to get her apartment. She looks like she's going to get it 1st of March. I'm happy for her. I hope the hell she gets it. But you want to know my opinion, are you guys going to call? You haters, you trolls, you lowlifes, you scum. Well, the master can give a far better commentary on this than I ever could. And here he is, the master of sports talk, the late and great Pete Franklin. Hold on. Get this volume up here. All right, 1, 2, 3, here we go.
No, listen to this.
Do I offend anyone? I'm not here to offend you, damn it! You suckers out there, I ain't here to offend you! Screw you!
Oh.
What?
That's how I feel. You don't like me, screw you. And screw that Onan and that Eddie Dean and that jerk who commented that thing, I won't be able to fly, and my back will be hurting, my knee will be hurting, and everything. What the hell was his name? I don't remember. I asked Jerry to post a post to this jerk. Oh, who? Dr. Who? Dr. what? Dr. which? Screw you, who? I'll be down there come hell or high water with bells on. And as for Jerry going down and me filming him, Jerry forgets one thing, my friend. I got an off button on the iPad. I have to push record to get you on there. Unless you're in the way, you're not going to get on camera. You don't be on camera, I ain't going to put you on camera. Although for my personal files, one nice picture of my friend Open Lines Jerry would be nice. I can use her for blackmail purposes. And then we got Mr. Cascio, the terrorism expert. The man who may have his parole vote revoked at any minute. You know, you look at a map of California, you look at a map of this area, and it lights up like one of those NATO maps, like one of those NORAD maps. You know what it is? It isn't Christmas lights. It isn't incoming Russian missiles. It's a number of registered sex offenders are around here. They're everywhere like cockroaches. Now somebody's mane and lit up like something you see from space with that son of a bitch. And you know what, Mr. Cascio, you're talking about freedom of speech. You got the North Korean flag on your wall, you commie-loving son of a bitch. And they just sentenced a minister to life imprisonment for talking about Jesus. It's illegal there to even put a Bible in your room. You go to prison for it. They release a bunch of guys, they torture them, and they release a few of them in jail. And one they released was almost dead when they got done with him. You worship North Korea. If you had any shame, you'd be ashamed of yourself. Cascio, you're so stupid if you debated a telephone pole, the telephone pole would win. And I don't care if what you think the woman driving in the Scientology Center was a terrorist or not. She said they were evil. If I say you're evil in the video, does that make me a terrorist? No. That makes me tell the truth. And another thing, your freedom of speech. Well, I'll tell you about your stinking freedom of speech. You get the freedom to say what you want to a point in this country. There's a thing called libel, slander, death threats. You may not be aware of this, Mr. Robert Crappio, Mr. Robert Robertson, but issuing a death threat over the internet involves federal communications laws. And there are federal laws against issuing death threats because the internet is considered a common carrier like the telephone company, like the telegraph was. So you can get in trouble with federal authorities for that. Now, I'm just giving you an in here. You screwed with the wrong videographer because I have an ace up my sleeve and I'm not going to tell you what it is. But I have ways to deal with bureaucracy. I've been doing it all my life. I just got Kathy money she was due, and I'm going to get her more money she was due because they weren't paying her for being homeless. They pay the difference between having cooking facilities and not cooking facilities. And don't start in about my girlfriend. And another thing, the doctor, no. Doctor, what the hell are you? I get $887 a month. After I pay my rent, I got $687 a month. That pays all my bills, credit cards, whatever the hell I want or have to pay. Plus cat food, laundry, whatever I do. And yeah, I don't always wear clean clothes because I run out of laundry money. I got a ton of laundry back there. I got clean clothes and living. I was sick for 2 days because I made chicken soup without taking the skin and the fat off and ate it. That made me sick, and I also had a head cold. But I don't see any of you haters coming over here and let's help Foggy clean. Let's help Foggy do his laundry. I got up this morning, my back was killing me. Or my sinuses or my eyes. I got things wrong with me. But I tell you something else. When you go to the airport, you may not be aware of this. I've already asked. If you're disabled, they take you in a wheelchair to the plane and back. And I can, as long as I got a pillow behind my back in the seat and a heating pad for my hotel room to put on my back or my shoulder or whatever's hurting. Years ago, I tore this rotator cuff, fell off putting a ledge, putting Christmas on. That's been hurting. As long as I get the heating pad and pain pills, and ice packs, I'll be just fine. And as to these people being hucksters, I don't care if they're hucksters. They're people that are prominent in the paranormal field. I'm going to meet them. I'm going to do my damnedest to interview them. And it's not for trolls. It's for the 259 members and subscribers of my channel. So if you don't like that, too bad. And Cassio, I got another ace up my sleeve for you, buddy boy. And involves a certain organization. And they don't like people like you. They don't like child molesters. They don't like perverts. And I get in with those guys. I got a marker to call in. And I'm going to call that marker in. It'll take a little work. I got to drive a little bit. But they see your videos, they're going to be livid because they don't like people like you. And they got friends in Maine who ain't going to like people like you either. I won't do anything. I'll just say, I got a problem with this guy. Would you go talk to Mr. Pervert? And they'll send their associates over and find you and have a long talk with you. And I have nothing to do with it. They owe me a favor. And it's a long-standing favor because I was told years ago, if I ever got a problem, just ask. Well, I got a problem. It's you, Robert Crapio. No one wants to look at your broken teeth. I got a missing tooth right here. One day I'll get an implant and get it fixed. No one looks at your missing teeth. No one wants to look at your Falky doesn't know what he's doing. I know the definition of terrorism. And you know what? I know the definition of history. Years ago when they bombed places, it was called anarchy. Long before they came up with the phrase terrorism. They bombed J.P. Morgan. They bombed the Chicago Board of Trade. They bombed the Haymarket riots or whatever. I don't remember what it was. But they did bombings back east and in Chicago. And they were done by anarchists. And those were the terrorists of their day. And it wasn't for any religious reason. That's because they wanted to destroy the status quo. And some have told me, you're jealous, I get more views than you. And you've got 30 or 40 channels, which is in violation of YouTube rules. You're not supposed to have many channels when you've been suspended numerous times for violating the rules. See, I know the law. I got the law library right here down the street. 2 blocks from me, 3 blocks actually, I got the district attorney's office. And I will be talking to the district attorney, Mr. Robert Crapio. And there are other agencies I can go to talk to about you too. And I got a wonderful thing called a phone. I can dial anyone in the country and any agency in the country. So quit screwing with me. I don't have anything to do with you. I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want to see your videos. I don't want to see your ugly face, your shaved head, your crappy apartment, and your North Korean flag. Originally, I felt sorry for your cat had died. You were sick once. Then people told me you were a child molester. That's the lowest of low. In prison, they have to put people like you in solitary, in special confinement to keep the general population put a shiv up your gut. Now, I'm basically not a vindictive man. I got a temper and I lose it and I get over it. But I'll be happy to take you down. And like they say in wrestling, you're going down. It's just going to take time, effort, and money. And I'll be happy to spend the money. And so will Kathy, because she don't like you either. And she hasn't watched any of your videos. I said, you going to watch some of this jerk's videos? She said, oh, God, do I have to? I said, yeah, I want you to see some of the crap he's putting out. And I've talked about you in a few videos, but I haven't said anything anywhere near what I didn't threaten to kill you. And I know you're trying to get me removed off of YouTube. It ain't going to happen. And I've talked to police in the past about people like you. And you're on the radar. You're on the radar. And they know about people like you. And the authorities in this town know about people like you. Believe me. They got enough of them living here. Like pins in a map. And don't anybody give me this crap that Drone did the other night, that you're allowed to use recordings of my calls because you suspect a crime has been committed. I have no criminal record since 1972, and I've talked to several police agencies about that when I had to get a license to be a security guard. They said it's so long ago, don't worry about it. We don't have a problem with you. And I'm not proud of what I did. Today I'd sue this son of a bitch. I wouldn't steal his comic book collection like I did. And you're talking about, you're going to say bad things about me. I was on FSF Red Book for 13 years. You're an amateur, crappio. Compared to those guys, they're the master of insults and the masters of photoshopping. You're nothing. You live in your house of cheese. You're one of the cheesiest people I've ever seen. You reek of bad cheese. And so do half the trolls on Bellgab. They're never happy. When I do a video, they dissect every little word, every nuance, every comment, every facet of my personal life. Not one of them ever any positive to say or positive post to put in. But it's basically they're people that are only happy when they're unhappy. Or when they're making someone else miserable. And 90% of it doesn't even bother me anymore. I just look at the people. Oh yeah, another thing. Mr. Crappio said I was shit. What kind of way is that to talk to somebody? So I flagged your comments to YouTube. They won't even see the light of day. That's why you people are so stupid. You haters, you write in stuff, you obscenities. I don't even get rid of them anymore. I just send them to YouTube as a violation of policy. It's hate speech, or whatever they call it. But it's still in my email. I don't erase them. And I'll deal with that too in the next 30 days. You're going down, Robert Crappio, Robert Robertson, or whatever your numerous pseudonyms are. You're going down, and I'm the man who'll take you down. Count on it. You can take that to the bank. Have a good night, people. I'll be back later with another video. I'm tired of these people in Bellgab. I'm tired of dealing with perverts and creeps like Robert Crappio, who should never be on the internet in the first place. If we could find a judgment of dissent, you'd ban him from being on the internet or ever own a computer for life. The intelligence level of the internet would go up 500% instantly, maybe 5,000. All right, see you later. I'll be back later. I'm taking a nap. Bye-bye.